Hey guys, Ernie here, and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Complete cook systems like these over here are designed to efficiently and quickly boil water when you're out on the trail. And the most commonly used one out there, I think, is the JetBoil. This is the JetBoil Flash, and MSR has put out their MSR Windburner personal stove system, which is this right here. They look very similar. There are a lot of similarities, but do they work the same? Let's compare these two, put them up against a little bit of wind, and see if the Windburner is worth its name. Thanks for watching, guys. First thing we're going to do is take a good look at both of these systems. If you want a full review on the JetBoil, I will leave a link down below to one of my most popular videos, which is a full review of that JetBoil Flash. Pardon the wind noise, guys. It's pretty windy, but here is the JetBoil system. Dimensions are 4.1 by 4.1 by 7.1. Weight is 13.1 ounces, and the volume of the pot is 1 liter, but you can boil only 16 ounces safely inside. It does not have a fuel regulator, so you can't really adjust the flame. It's just on or off. It does have a built-in piezo igniter. Now it claims 10 liters of water boiled per 100 gram canister, which is the little canister. And it also claims 1 minute 40 seconds to boil half a liter. I don't know what they have their water at when it starts, but that's pretty fast time. Cost is $109 on Amazon right now, and this is the system. Comes with a cup that does have some little gradations on it. Open it up. This is optional, but it does have an optional stand. I'll show you that here in a second. Comes with a little stand for your gas canister, and this is the actual burner, and you can put this on it, flip these out like this, and if you want to use a pot other than the JetBoil, you can use this, pop it right on there, and it actually locks in place really nice like that. That is an awesome feature of the JetBoil. But otherwise, very straightforward system. It does have a really nice little window here. This orange comes up as it boils. So really nice. You can see the burner here. You can see the piezo igniter built in. I'll show you guys real quick what the flame pattern looks like. All right, so let's take a look at the JetBoil real quick. Very simple flame. You can see that you really don't have much control. It's on, it's on, it's on, it's on. I'm turning it down, and then it just kind of dies. You can, obviously lower it a little bit, but not much. It's pretty much super low or all the way. I'm turning it, turning it, turning it. That is just what it does. That's the JetBoil flame. Now we look at the MSR Windburner. Dimensions on this are a little bit different, 4.2 by 4.2 by 7.1, so it's actually 1/10 of an inch wider. It does weigh more. It's 15.3 ounces. Also has 1 liter of capacity, but you can boil 20 ounces instead of 16 ounces. It has a flame regulator built in, so you can adjust the flame very well. It does not have a piezo igniter, so you have to carry something to get it lit. It claims 95 minutes of burn time on an 8-ounce canister, which is kind of funny because it holds a 4-ounce canister, so I'm not sure what MSR is trying to tell you there. So I guess maybe half of 95 minutes, just over 40 minutes for the smaller canister. It is windy out here. Claims a boil time of 2 minutes 15 seconds for half a liter, which is fairly reasonable. Now the cost, I paid $117 for it on sale, which is a pretty amazing deal, only $9 more or $8 more than the JetBoil. But it normally costs between $130 and $140. If you keep an eye out for it, you can get it for a pretty good price, but it definitely is more expensive than the JetBoil system. Has a top just like the JetBoil. Of course, I have my MSR brand because it won't work with actually it'll work with any gas canister. It's kind of nice. It has this little felt, and that's to protect this Windburner system. It's definitely different than the JetBoil. You can see this is what they call their reactor technology, and it is very wind resistant according to them. One thing to note, you can see maybe, and you'll see it in a little bit when I show you the flame pattern, there's a little wire that cuts across here, and you think initially, well, that's messed up. That shouldn't be there. That glows whenever it turns on, because when this is on in the day, you cannot see the flame at all. But this will glow, and you'll know it's on. So it's a really nice little feature. Also has a little cup at the bottom. This cup is also a little bit bigger than the JetBoil, just if you're looking. One other thing is that it's a lot easier to attach this. It'll attach at any of these points. The JetBoil, there's only one place you can attach it. You just have to be careful. It's not difficult. You just have to be careful and make sure you hit it. This one will attach at any position. That's the MSR Windburner. Now I'll show you guys the Windburner. Very different. There it goes. That is low. You can turn it down quite low, as you can see, where it just starts to go out. But you can really crank it up. That's all the way high, but you have very good control over how much gas is going through the burner and how much heat is coming out. Now we're going to go with the thermometer, but my thermometer has been kind of messing up lately, so I also have it where I can clearly see. So if it starts to boil visually, I'll stop it. I just noticed that I didn't have this up to 212, but it doesn't matter because it's still going the same. It just started beeping at me, but we're back up to the right temperature now. All right, that is a full rolling boil. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. It's still showing 208, but it is absolutely rolling. So I'm not sure what the deal is with my thermometer. I'm gonna have to get a new one, but we'll keep an eye on it visually. So with no wind, JetBoil, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. All right, we've got the Windburner system here. We're back at 60. Let's reset our time so we don't screw that up, which we haven't done yet, but we may do at some point. We're going to do the same thing. Pop this on. We're going to keep an eye on it. I have the lid just a little bit off so I can watch to see if it's boiling. Turn this on. All right, there it goes. Get that going. And we will keep an eye on the water. See how long it takes to get 2 cups of water to a boil, no wind, with the MSR Windburner. All right, that is a full rolling boil right there. 2 minutes, 23 seconds. You can hear it, it is rolling. 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Definitely need to buy a new thermometer. Okay, let's introduce a little wind. A little wind in the form of this little fan right here. Now, turn it on. This is not the strongest fan in the world, but it is right next to the flame. I mean, we're going to put it right there. You can see it, okay? You can see it right there. We're going to see, we got 2 cups of water again, and everybody always asks, do I cool off my pots? Like, guys, this is completely cold, all right? I mean, it's very chilly. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure that I can get this lit, I'm going to go ahead and get it lit, and then turn on the fan and turn on the timer. I'm just worried if I open this up, and anyway, you'll see what I'll do. So let's get this going. Let's get this on. Turn on the fan and turn on. Once again, I'm going to be watching it closely with my eyes because my thermometer seems to be a little bit off, but we have this on high, straight onto the flame, and let's see how long it takes. I expect the JetBoil to suffer. Okay, that's a nice rolling boil there. We're looking at 8 minutes, 36 seconds for a rolling boil with the JetBoil. Let's try out the MSR. So it's the MSR Windburner's turn. This is really interesting to see how this works since it is the Windburner, and it's supposed to be able to withstand a lot of wind. This is a little unrealistic. I don't think any of us would probably try to cook, at least on purpose, right in front of a fan or right into the wind. But if we're going to put this to the test, let's do it. We have the exact same amount of space between the two. We're going to light it just like we did last time. It's lit. Turn on the fan, turn on the start-stop, and let's see what happens. rolling boil. My goodness. I mean, it took 5 seconds longer than with no fan. Wow. I mean, I'm just sitting here kind of shocked. I don't know about you guys. Holy moly. Well, let me tell you, that is amazing results to me. I mean, I have not done this. I mean, I test out all my gear, but when I do these comparisons, I don't do them ahead of time. I see what they are with you guys. There's no reason to do it twice. The data is what it is. At its core, the MSR Windburner, without any wind, was much faster than the Flash. And I'll tell you guys, I did the Flash once, and the time was what it turned out, and I thought, something's not right. So I actually repeated it because I thought it was just too long. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to get 2 cups of water to a boil with the JetBoil Flash. Water was starting right at 60 degrees. Now, I'm sure that the JetBoil claim of, what was it, minute 40 for half a liter is pretty hard to believe. I don't know what they started their temperature at, but we started today at 60 degrees. Now, we added wind, and it suffered, and I'm not surprised. I'd done a video before on the Flash versus the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe, looking at their wind susceptibility, and I already knew that the Flash was bad, but it doubled the time from 4 minutes 30 seconds all the way up to 8 minutes 36 seconds. That is a long time extra. Pretty amazing. Now you look at the MSR Windburner, and it did an amazing job with no wind. 2 minutes 23 seconds, really fast, much faster, 2 minutes faster than the JetBoil. And I'm telling y'all, this is a absolutely straight up test, and I'm blown away by the results. You can probably tell. Same water, 60 degrees, straight out of the tap here at the cabin. Unbelievable. 2 minutes 32 seconds. Then even more unbelievable is the fact that we put the exact same wind on this burner system, and it went up to 2 minutes 37 seconds. That's it. That's it. It lost 14 seconds with wind directly on it. That is crazy. I think the Windburner is worthy of its name. Now, regardless, we'll talk a little bit about the pros and cons of each of these, because we are going to be, it's not just about boil time, although it's going to be a pretty big factor. As far as the JetBoil goes, there are some pros and cons. It is slightly lighter weight, and it does have an integrated piezo igniter, which is very convenient, and I will say it's one of the best piezo igniters I've ever used. It seems to work on the first click every single time. It also has an optional pot stand that you can use, you can use different pots on top of the burner, which the MSR Windburner does not come with, so it kind of locks you in to the MSR Windburner pots and pans. We'll talk a little bit about how you can get over that, and in fact I have a full video on the MSR Windburner system on its own, and you can see what I use to use it with pots that aren't the Windburner brand. The cons are simple. It's pretty pricey. It's right at about $100. You have zero flame control whatsoever, which is a big, big problem. And it's pretty bulky. It's a pretty big size piece of kit. One other pro I forgot to talk about, it does have the little flame on the side. You can watch that flame go up. It turns orange. It tells you when it's boiling. So that's pretty neat. So the MSR Windburner, what are the pros? Well, I think it's pretty obvious that wind resistance is a major pro. I mean, big time difference. It also allows you to boil a little bit more water. The maximum amount you can boil in the JetBoil is 16 ounces, and you couldn't put 20 ounces into the Windburner. It has an adjustable flame, and it's very well adjustable, as you saw. You can simmer, you can boil. It does have optional accessories like a really nice Windburner frying pan, which I may pick up one day. I'm just having it on my list of things to look at eBay to see if I can get a used one. I think it would be nice. It's pretty expensive. I don't remember how much it is. It's over $100, I think, so it's pretty expensive. But I do think it would be nice to have as a complete system if I could pick one up. Like I said, if you put a regular pot with a flat bottom on top of this Windburner, it'll just go out. You have to have something to elevate it just a little bit. I usually use just one of those little square bushcraft grills, put it right on top, and then set my pot on top of that. That does take away tremendously from the wind resistance. Don't get me wrong, it really does. It's not the same. If you want this level of wind resistance, you need to have the Windburner pots. So which one would I choose? Well, which one would you guys choose? I mean, we are looking at a cost difference. $100 usually, maybe $110. I bought this for $117, which is a really good deal. You can catch it on sale for $120, but normally it's $140 to $150. So it's quite a bit more expensive. We're looking at maybe $30, $40 more expensive, but is it worth it? In my opinion, it absolutely is. You guys saw it today. I was not expecting this much of a variance between these two products. I mean, it's like double. It takes twice as long for the JetBoil to boil with the wind, and it's like cut in half. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you look at the wind numbers, we're looking at 2 minutes 37 seconds versus 8 minutes 36 seconds. I didn't measure. I wish I would have measured the fuel. I can't imagine how much more fuel the JetBoil is using than the Windburner. Honestly, cost is fairly similar. I mean, you know, between $100 and $140, it's not a huge difference. It's not enough to stop me from buying the Windburner, that's for sure. It's not cheap, it's not lightweight. I say all the same things I said about the JetBoil, which I also said during my video specifically about the Windburner. It's not my favorite thing for backpacking when I'm trying to go ultralight, especially because it's heavy. But here's the thing, if you're going out in the cold and you're going out in the wind, you need something that is going to work every time. And I'm pretty darn impressed with this Windburner system. It works. And if you're going out there and you need something to work, spend a little bit extra money. It is worth it. Like I said, pretty surprised by the results. I knew, or at least I thought the Windburner would do better, but it's way better. So absolutely, the Windburner is the better of the two systems, and it is worth the money. Not sure if you guys are aware, but I have an entire playlist on stoves and stove systems like this. I'll leave a link down below, and I'll leave a link up here at the end of the video in the cards. You can click on that. Do me a favor, guys, if you like the video, all these videos, they take a lot of time to put together. So if you like it, hit the thumbs up, really helps spread things across YouTube. If you want to make sure you don't miss any videos, do two things. Hit the subscription button to make sure you're subscribed, and click that notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I release new videos. It's beautiful here, guys. It's just really windy. We got a storm coming in here in Arkansas. I'm going to batten down the hatches a little bit and enjoy the afternoon inside because it's about to get crazy. As always, I appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Stay tuned for more videos soon.